Hello lovely people, in this video I'm going to show you how I paint kitchenware, more specifically a pot. And right here I'm just gonna start ahead and put blue paint. I think this is Phthalo blue by Winsor & Newton onto the paper. I already sketched it out. I know you can probably barely see it, but I sketched it out already, and I'm just going to follow the shape of my sketch of the pot, leaving the middle area a little bit towards the left, almost like transparent, but just adding a little bit of blue there. And that's going to be the most highlighted area of my pot. And I'm slowly starting to add more and more blue, and you will see soon that I'm adding like a tone towards the edge of the pot, and then just making my way into the middle, leaving the highlighted area in the middle but a little bit on the left side, just right here. You can see this is a very intense blue color, and I love it because it's a non-granulating color, and because of course it's very intense. And as you can see, I didn't tape my paper. I don't very much like taping it down because I'm left-handed, or I don't know if that's the real reason, but that's what I think it is, that I'm left-handed, and a lot of the times I like to turn the paper slightly towards the right so that I actually see what I'm doing. With right hand, you know, you get used to painting and probably writing and probably painting as well from left to right, so that you see what you are doing. But as left-handers, especially when we write, we don't see what we are doing, and that is a very bad thing when you are painting or drawing. So I think that's why I just like to turn it a little bit. So I like when the paper moves around. A lot of people don't like that. And as you can see, my painting, the body of the pot is coming to a shape, coming to a color, but I'm still going to work a lot on it. So I just continue to make it a transitional color. I already painted the entirety of the paper of my illustration with Hansa Yellow Deep by Daniel Smith, and that is because I wanted to give this illustration a little bit of an old school feeling. So it is never actually white, to make sure, yeah, that it's never actually white, but it has rather like a yellowish color. So now I'm starting to paint the top area, the lid of the pot, and as you can see, I'm just repeating what I did with the body of the pot, is that I using like quite a lot of water and a little bit of blue paint. I just paint or fill out the area of the pot which I previously sketched out, and then I'm just going to add more and more blue paint to the sides, to the edges, and I'm just trying to make sure that the highlighted area continues where you can see it on the body of the pot. So I always like to start adding blues from the side, because that's the darkest area in this case, at least, because sometimes, when the light is coming from behind of an object or person, then the most highlighted area is actually the silhouette, the sides. But here, when the light shines directly at the object, then the most intense dark areas are the sides and the silhouette. And I love wet on wet technique. I think this is so airy and fresh, and I think that it is very popular now, and it wasn't so popular in the older paintings that you see. And I just love this style, and this is what I want to keep on working and keep on getting better at. And here you can see that I'm adding some more blues to the edges, and just slowly, carefully coming towards the inner part of the lid. And I forgot to mention that I use Escoda Perla brush. It's a size 10, and the reason why I love it, I think it is also very popular, so a lot of people use it. If you watch watercolor channels, then you probably have met with this brush already. But the reason why I love it, and I think that a lot of other artists too, is because the end of the brush is very pointy, and then it has a body as well, like a fuller body, so you can paint like medium size areas and also paint fine lines with it. And there are not a lot of brushes out there that can do that. And now I'm coming down to the what do you call this, the handles of the pot. And I don't know if you can see that, but I'm also trying to make sure that the sides of the handle are darker, and then the middle is pretty light. I don't know if you can see that from that far away, but I hope you can. And then just doing the other side as well. And while I'm doing that, I would like to just ask you to please leave a comment of what other objects or things you would like to see me painting, or what you would like to learn. This is a one color tutorial, so I would say this is a beginner's tutorial, but if you would like to get more intermediate or more advanced class, or if you would like to see different objects with one single color done, I'm happy to do that for you. Just let me know in the comment section. So now I'm coming back to the lid and to the handle of the lid, and I just make sure that, as usual, the edges are darker than the inner part. And now you can see sort of how it's going to look like in the end, but I still have a long way to go. And I just like to use this one single brush, but if you feel like this is too big of a brush for you to do the edges, then you can obviously switch to a smaller size brush. I currently own a size 10, a size 4, a size 0, and I think a 2.0 brush by Escoda Perla. And I do own a few soft aqua. Who is making that? Phtalo soft aqua brushes, but since I have the Escoda Perla, I tend to just reach for that because the Phtalo soft aqua doesn't have the pointy end. And now you can see that I am painting the bottom part of the lid that is coming around nice and roundy, and using a very light hand and like a more saturated paint, I'm just gonna paint the edges of the handles as well, so it's more defined. And I'm going to show you the full illustration in the end of this video, just for you to see that continuing this technique and this style, I'm going to fill out this entire paper. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this little beginner's tutorial. Bye.